So what is the biggest problem of the average entrepreneur in this part of the world? Is it about access to funding? Is it market? Is it demand? Is it about equipment? Is it government support or regulatory requirements? What really is the bottleneck or the limiting factor, or if you want, the key challenge of entrepreneurs in this part of the world? If you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or someone who wants to go into business, one of the key issues that you'll be hearing about is access to funding, because it is difficult to get access to funding. And even if you are getting access to funding, the terms and conditions surrounding the source of the funding or the fund requirement is sometimes difficult for people at the end of the day. But this is one thing you must understand. In my opinion, I think that one of the key challenges and misconception of many entrepreneurs in our part of the world is lack of understanding of the tax position of their business. Now, this became serious when I joined an X space recently, where there was a conversation hosted by Alfred Okanse of TV3 and then Kali J. And their discussion centered around how entrepreneurs, business owners, and people can actually become successful in the various things that governments can do to help them. And on the overall, the discussion centered around the government policy, tax incentives, various issues like subsidies that governments can give to sort of help businesses and entrepreneurs to really build successful businesses. And one of the things that really triggered this whole understanding for me was because of the fact that one of the speakers raised a concern and made an example using the fashion brand Shein. And she was like, yeah, look at Shein. Shein recorded a revenue of about $80 billion last year. And then look at all the things that they are doing. And immediately she started going on that line. I started smiling because one of the problems of many entrepreneurs, especially in our part of the world, is their lack of understanding of tax position of their businesses. Businesses across the world structure their operations, design their business model to optimize their tax position. That is why Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Shein, name it, all of these companies, they don't just operate, they don't just sell products, they don't just carry out businesses because they love to carry out businesses. No, their businesses are designed to optimize their tax position. And that is why they will design their business model, their operations, their head office, branding, and everything to optimize their tax position. So this is what you have to do. Yes, we would have to still be calling on the government to provide various other incentives available for young entrepreneurs and business owners to be able to build successful businesses. But this is what you have to understand. If you're an entrepreneur, or you are running a business, or you are going into business, or whatever it is, as far as you are somebody who is into business, the first question you need to ask yourself is, what is my tax position? That is what you need to understand. So the day you go and register your business, after registering your business, the next thing you must do is to engage the service of a tax advisor. And listen, this is very important because you have to design your business model, design your operations, and everything you do to optimize your tax position. Yes, people are calling on government. Government should give tax incentives. Government should give subsidies. Government should give tax holidays to young entrepreneurs. Yada, yada, yo. There are already significant amount of loopholes, tax incentives available in the tax codes. Do you know about them? No. Why? Because you have not engaged the service of tax consultants, tax advisors, or professional accounting firms to structure your businesses. Then the next concern is, oh, Nhyira, you don't know. We go to some of these places, we try to apply for some of these tax incentives, but you cannot apply. No. Your job as the CEO, the front runner of your business, is not walking into GRA, walking into tax offices to determine the tax position of your business. No. That is the job of your tax advisor. That is the job of professional accounting firms. You don't just get up and say, oh, I'm importing an equipment, then you import the equipment in your name. No. If you engage the service of tax professionals, you will be guided on how the importation should be structured to optimize your tax position. So what am I trying to say? What I'm saying here is this. If you're a business owner, you are an entrepreneur, yes, be interested in your business model, be interested in your internal controls, be interested in your product quality, be interested in everything that you are doing to get customers, to get more revenue and all of those things. But one thing you have to be interested in is your tax position. So the question you want to ask yourself is this: what is my tax position as a business owner? Now, let me give you some examples so you understand what I'm trying to say here. Let's say you are a business owner and you expect that in this current year ended under review, your profit, your taxable profit is likely to be 200,000 Ghana cedis. Just an example, okay? So if your profit is likely to be 200,000 Ghana cedis and you're in a tax bracket of 25%, it means that 50,000 will be your tax liability, all other things being equal by the end of the year. Now, if you have a tax advisor, you have a tax consultant, then your business can be structured to reduce your tax liability. So let's say, for instance, you need some equipment, you need some facilities, you need to buy some new delivery vans, you need to retool your factory, or you need to do something. And you need some money to buy this. Instead of waiting to buy that in the subsequent year, the tax consultant will advise you to say, hey, listen, can you acquire that equipment right now this year? Yes, you go to the supplier of the equipment. Maybe you need to just pay half of the money, or maybe you can buy the equipment on credit because you have a good relationship with the supplier, or you can finance the whole thing. So what happens is that you get that equipment. So let's say, give and take, the equipment cost is somewhere around 300,000 Ghana cedis. Okay. Now you buy that equipment. Boom. That is going to be added to your asset pool in this current year ended under review. Now, that equipment that you just bought, you get a capital allowance on it. Let's say it's a class 2 asset, all other things being equal. So 30% of the cost is going to be your tax incentive, or if you want, your capital allowance. And so that equipment that you acquired, 300,000, 30% of that will be capital allowance for this current year. It doesn't matter the time that you bought it, as far as you are buying it within the year ended under review, and boom, that gives you a capital allowance of 90,000 Ghana cedis. Now, stay with me. Remember, your taxable profit was 200,000. You were expecting it to be 200,000. Now you are getting an additional capital allowance from the asset that you are buying to be 90,000. And so, boom, your taxable profit is reducing from 200,000 to now 110,000. So when we do 25% of 110,000, that is bringing your tax liability to be around 27,500 Ghana cedis. Remember, it was 50,000. Now it has reduced to 27,500. Now, there are other ways that we can even reduce the tax liability. So you realize that you don't need to say, I need government support. I need government incentive. Government has to give us subsidies. No, you don't need to make any noise to call on government again, because there are already tax incentives available. But the reason you don't know about this, the reason you cannot leverage on it, is because you don't know. And the reason you don't know is because you are not engaging the services of professional tax advisors, professional accounting firms to do your business for you. Or you are trying to be Captain Planet. You are trying to be the alpha and omega of your business. You are the CEO, you are the marketing officer, you are the tax advisor, you are the everything. No. So what am I driving at? What I'm trying to say is this. If you're an entrepreneur, your business should be designed to optimize your tax position. That's it. So whatever business that you are running, I want you to take a pause right now. As soon as possible, go to whatever, the 4 audit firms and any other accounting firms available. Go to them and tell them, hey, listen, I want to redesign my business. I want you guys to be in charge of my finances, my financial statements, my internal controls, and most importantly, my tax position. Discuss your business with them. Then the tax advisors will guide you on how to design your business model so you can make more money and pay less amount of taxes at the end of the day. It's called tax planning. That's it. It's called tax planning. You see, there are 2 things you must understand when we talk about taxes. We have what we call tax avoidance, and we have what we call tax evasion. tax evasion is illegal. So it is about omitting of revenue, overstating of your expenditures, keeping of two separate books of accounts, and various other illegal means to reduce your tax liabilities. That is tax evasion, and it is illegal. But tax avoidance, on the other hand, is leveraging the tax incentives, the loopholes, and the provisions in the tax laws to reduce your tax liabilities. And so what am I saying? Don't sit down and be calling on, entrepreneurship is hard. It is hard to do business in Ghana. Entrepreneurship is hard. It is hard to do business in Ghana. Have you engaged the service of professionals? Now, somebody is going to say, Nhyira, you don't know about what you're talking about. Do you know how expensive? No. If you engage the service of tax professionals, the amount of money they charge you, comparable to the savings you will make in the reduction of your tax liabilities and how much profit you can make as a business owner and build a bigger business, is incomparable. That is what you must understand. Do you think the CEO of Apple, the CEO of MTN, the CEO of EcoBank is walking to GRA or walking to somewhere and asking, hey, I want to apply for this for my business? No. That is done by their tax professionals. That is done by the accounting firms. So when MTN is trying to undertake a capital expenditure, the accounting firm is going to tell them, hey, okay, you're going to spend X amount of money at this time of the year, and this is going to help you to reduce your tax liability so that you can make more profit and pay more dividend to your shareholders, increase the value of your business, and boom, 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 boom. So the whole business model is designed to reduce the tax liability of the businesses. And that is what you have to do as a young entrepreneur. So maybe you are running a business already. What I want you to do is this: take a break, slow down, and I want you to engage the service of tax professionals. Do this as soon as possible, or you are now coming into the game. Okay, after registering that business, the next thing you want to do is to engage the service of a tax professional and ask them and say, hey, listen, this is my business. This is what I want to do. These are the things I want to do. How do I design my business model to ensure that I make profit at the end of the day? So you look at a company like Shein and you say, oh, Shein has recorded 80 billion or so of revenue. Yeah, because they designed their business model to optimize their tax position. Unlike Zara and H&M, who will be importing stocks and things, Shein sells directly to the consumers. And once they are selling directly to the consumers, they are avoiding any customs and significant cost in import duties. Because the threshold for paying of import duties, most of those orders are within the threshold, so they don't have to pay for that. That allows them to sell at a cheaper price directly to the consumers and increase their profitability at the end of the day. So you are in Ghana here comparing yourself to Shein whilst you are not leveraging tax incentives, and Shein is designing its business model based on tax incentives. So what am I saying? As a young entrepreneur, as a rising business leader, you must take tax seriously. Don't try to do it on your own because you don't know. You don't know. Okay? If you are importing equipment, you are retooling your business. If you engage the service of a tax expert, there is a way the whole importation will be arranged so that you will get exemption in the payment of import duties, VAT, and those things. They are available. Government policies have been designed like that. You need to register. You need to apply for it. Who can do that for you? Your tax advisor. So maybe you are saying that, Nhyira, I applied for some of these things myself, and they are asking me to pay money and all of those things. Yes, because you are just an individual. If the professional accounting firm is doing that on your behalf, the professional accounting firm can pay whatever grease money that they are supposed to pay. And they can pay that because they are servicing maybe 10, 15 clients. So that cost can be spread over 10, 15 clients, and that becomes inconsequential to the accounting firm. So the accounting firm will handle those administrative headaches And then they get you a best deal so you can run your business smoothly at the end of the day. So if you're a business owner, enough of the noise that people are making. Oh, we need government support. Oh, we need... No. There are already a lot of incentives available. Engage the service of tax consultants. Engage the service of a professional accounting firms so that your whole business can be redesigned from the ground up, taking into consideration tax optimization at the center. If that is done, you will see more profits coming up. Just the example I gave you, you saw it, that if you plan your tax well, you won't give a lot to the government. If you plan your tax well, you can make more money for your shareholders. If you plan your tax well, you don't have to sweat it at the end of the day, because business is not meant to kill you. Business is meant to put you in the position so you can make more profit, optimize your tax position, and most importantly, live your dream life at the end of the day. Let me hear from you in the comment section. What do you think about this topic? Let me know. Are you an entrepreneur? What has been your experiences? Have you engaged a professional accounting firm in your journey as an entrepreneur? Let me hear from you in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. So if you learned something from this video, remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share the video so that others can also see this. Most importantly, let me hear from you if there are any questions you have, or if you have any topic that you would want me to cover on the next episode, leave it in the comment section. I want to read from you. If you want to enroll as well in our courses to study under my mentorship for your ICA, ACCA, CIMA, or ICAG examination, you can head on to our website, NhyiraPremium.com, or download the Nhyira Premium mobile application on the Google Play Store or the App Store to complete your enrollment. You can also send us a message on WhatsApp or call us 050-114-9296. 050-114-9296. Complete your enrollment today to join our community. Let me hold your hand, provide you with the blueprints that you need with the team here. Let us assist you. This is our mission. This is what we do. This is what we are called for. And we have the resources, the skills, the expertise needed to help you to pass the examination. So visit our website, NhyiraPremium.com, to read more about us. Or better still, download the Nhyira Premium mobile application on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. You want to get personal? Hit us with a DM or send us a message on WhatsApp 050-114-9296. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.